When they first announced World War III on Twitter, I thought it was a joke or whatever. But the United States has been doing fairly well in the World War, the most modern one. Most of the nations have been doing well. There's been some blip ups. Actually, the United States lost millions of people so far. But even Donald Trump himself was in the Walter Reed Medical Center with the virus and everything. Yeah, World War III wasn't too bad. It's still going on. But they hit us with this chemical agent or whatever, with this COVID or whatever. I think it is like the virus so far. There's been a couple things happen during World War III. It started a couple of years ago. I've done fairly well in World War III. What was this video that I just seen? They announced it on Twitter. I never really watched any of the media on it. I even seen hangars and stuff like that at the beginning a couple of years ago. Like, not hangars. What are they called? Uh, bombers. I seen actual bombers in the sky a couple times. Once for sure, I seen an actual bomber over Windsor, Ontario, Canada. I'm not exactly sure which. I'm sure it was either Canadian or American. Could have been even Asian.
Have been known to have a writer's room full of modern Nostradamuses, or Nostradami? Anyway, the point is, these folks are fortune tellers on a level we haven't seen since biblical times. So what does King Homer and the gang have in store for us in 2021? Let's look at some times The Simpsons saw into the future and why some folks are freaked out about what they see coming for 2021. Since the dawn of Homer, we've seen The Simpsons make predictions from Super Bowl wins to NSA surveillance scandals to tiger attacks and magic shows. Sorry, Siegfried and Roy, but to be fair, you didn't need to be The Simpsons to see that. Trump conceding to President, three-eyed fish in rivers, mutant tomatoes, stealing grease for cash. It's all been thought of by the ghosts of Springfield past. You might call them writers, but I call them prophets of Evergreen Terrace. Oh, and did I mention that they also called Disney acquiring the rights to The Simpsons themselves? Smart like a group of 20th century foxes. So, what has the internet community all up in arms? I mean, besides that and that. Okay, so their arms are...
Piers Morgan? Or Morgan Piers, I don't know. I haven't watched him in so long. World War III announcement trailer. Is that a game? Military FPS? I seen it on Twitter. And it got everyone hyped up. Where is it? But I think there really was a world war. It still is. There's the game also. But I don't think it was as vicious as some other wars. I mean, with all, I never got, I mean, when it came to bloodshed, it was more of like a chemical war, biological warfare. And that's what they said it was going to be. If you ever looked at like I can't find the trending on this. I think it was hashtag World War III. People are still hashtagging it, but it was trending quite a while ago. I don't know what any of this stuff is. Hindu? But what I was going to say is, They said that it was going to be more of a biological war. And that's what it's been. Been a lot of people dying, especially in the United States was one of the main hit countries, they're saying. And a lot of people are so out of it, they don't even know what the hell hit them. They don't even realize that it was real biological warfare. They always forget. They get lost in this COVID-19 or whatever, to what COVID-19 actually is. And people should be signing up for the army and stuff like that in the United States. And there should be more armed forces, people signing up for the armed forces in our home country, well, home countries. And we need a lot of probably like really smart scientists as well, which they did. They had to create those vaccines which fought against the virus that got put out or whatever. So that's what that was, where they had to deploy the vaccines. It was like a military deployment of the vaccines that originally Donald Trump had to do. What did he call it at the time? Operation, yeah, he had a name for it, Operation something or the other. He was calling it Operation Warp Speed. That's what he called it, or they called it. But I've always been one to ask for repercussions. But they say, how do we do it? Who do we haven't found the exact culprit yet, I think. Trump was China. He said China. China did it. Well, what are we going to say to China when everyone uses Wish and all these other Chinese things, technologies and manufacturing and food, and it's like they basically got us like that, especially if the masses don't support their local companies, and then their local companies are getting it from China too. Anyway, and that's one of the ways you could sort of change the circumstances to try to get everything that is manufactured and resourced and everything from your home country, and that's what I've been trying to do. I'm trying to buy less online. Probably there isn't anything you can find about it. Yeah, curbing your online shopping addiction, that's one thing, but also just stop buying online altogether. Grow it yourself, or buy from people that are manufacturing and growing themselves, like say the Amish. The Amish have really good markets in furniture and all that. They're all from around where we're from, and that's where they get it. They get their wood from here. They build it here. They grow it here, everything like that. And then you're not funding people that truly don't really love you or care for you or whatever, and then they just treat you like swine. And that's what happens. Yeah, it's gotten a lot better since Operation Warp Speed and beyond. But it's like there was no one that was letting everyone know exactly what happened, or what was happening, or what is happening. It's like it gets down to the day, the week, even the exact deal by deal. One purchase can make a huge difference. You've been going to the specific manufacturer for years and years and years, or the specific retailer. You need to research what your retailer's ideologies are, where, um, and all that, and if they're in your best faith or whatever. Because just changing like your pattern or whatever, because they predict your patterns or whatever, especially over years and years and years. They expect you to buy the same products. These people might not even care about you as a customer anymore, and you might be a gigantic customer. Such a gigantic customer that it would be such a. It might take a couple days for the manufacturer or that person might laugh now. But when when you start changing up and all that and stuff, and choosing the right people, they it will take effect, and the people won't be laughing anymore. And it might be in your best favor to do that. And I did that, and it's been in my best favor. And that's the only way you're going to win it. You have to change your patterns up. You know, your body gets stagnant. People get stagnant. Business gets stagnant.